Greetings everyone, hello and welcome to Eldorado, the Golden City Builder, coming out today on Steam. And I thought this game looks interesting. We're playing in South America and yeah, with the Incas and Mayas cultures in the background, of course. And we have to build up a city, appease the gods and prosper with different tiers of populations. Nothing out of the ordinary there, but perhaps it's up your alley, so why not play it? This is not a sponsored video, by the way. I'm playing this on my own accord before I get the comments again. Now, this game offers a sandbox mode and it offers also a campaign mode. In the sandbox, you can freely build up a big city to your liking, and then there's also an extensive campaign. We are going to jump into Act 2 right away. There's no real story behind it as far as I've seen. We are basically skipping the tutorial here and jumping into Life Giving Tree, where I think the story really kicks off. And we also have to choose an avatar here, a name, and Scoodly Doo. There we go. Alright, so year 5, the time of the goddess Shakshel begins. Your family's priest discovered an ancient tree in the jungle shaped like a vaka. You are sent to build a new settlement in its surroundings. Vaka is supposed to guarantee prosperity. Build a city near the ancient tree. So it's all about this massive tree and also about the gods that are housing around this one. There we have the tree then in its glory, Vaka tree, and the center of the whole world with its roots digging deep into the underworld. Reminds me of another tree similar to this one here. Now, a bit over here is our little settlement. So this is why we start in this mission 2 as well. We skip the tutorial and we basically start a city from scratch as well. And in this case here, we do have a few of basic materials in the surrounding area, right? So we can have a look at this. We got hematite over here, a bit of water we have close by as well, limestone deposit. Very important for me would be also some clay that we can find on our way here to make the first industries. Do we have clay? Limestone? Would be amazing if we have some clay somewhere around. I don't see any clay for now, so hopefully it still is going to pop at some point. Yeah, in the center of it all, we have our nice palace over here. And around this palace, well, as always, we're building a road. How could it be any different? And along this road, we're having then our settlement, basically going up here to that water supply around the temple. And we need to start with the first housing, basically the commoners' houses. The first tier population, we also have then the elite houses. This is going to play a role then for appeasing the gods, because of course the commoners cannot appease the gods, right? They have to work so that the elite house have a prosperous future and give the grantings of the gods. So let's make a first block of houses right over here somewhere. We're also going in here with a nice road that we have done around them, our first block really. And these guys also will want some water, so I'm going to make sure that we have a water carrier somewhere over here situated. There you go. Little entrance there perhaps. And also we are going to need to make sure that we are gathering some fruits and also some wood. Let's just see, a wood cutter. I might also have them somewhere over here. As we can see, we need to be around the white circle. This is the circle of the palace. We can expand this over time, but right now this is basically my working limits that I have for my ware delivery and logistics, more or less. There we have it, a woodcutter that is working then somewhere here deep in the forests. As with the jungle, very dense forests we have. And what we can also see here is lots of mushrooms and fruits especially. So this also brings in my next service then, or my next gatherer actually, the gatherer's hut, gathering food for us. Let's also have this then somewhere here, just by the mushrooms really, right? And there it's working now on this glorious day. Yeah, graphics are a bit rudimentary, obviously. It's a smaller developer behind this game, but still a very interesting setting and, yeah, mechanics that we haven't seen like that before. But we're going to dive into them a bit later. Now, with that, the first people are moving in, right? So that we have them now. They have water and fruits, and that means, ooh, that was quick, we can actually already level them up to level 2 houses. This means they're housing not twice as many commoners per building. And also they have new needs, that is the clothes and the vach. That's it looks like a cookie to me. Let's go ahead and upgrade these houses, and let's actually also build me probably a couple more of them right away, like another one here and another one here. We are going to need them. With that, we've also leveled up the settlement to level 2, so this will also be important for us because this is unlocking the new mechanics. We can also see what year it is right now. It's the active god of Shakshel. So this guy here, we need to appease in this mission here. It's the dry season right now, and we also have the mission here. Despite Shakshel being the most important now, you still need Hunapu's guidance to build your city. Hunapu was the god from the tutorial mission, and in this case here, that is a simple shrine that we can build, and also we will need an observatory for this, for the religion. Now, this is where the elites have a chance to foresee the future reigned by gods, and that's a very new important mechanic, because with that we can then unlock constellations. Well, let's have a look at that in a moment. For now, let's actually have a district for the elite. So I would probably like to have it on the other side of the city. And behind it, we do have then a massive observatory that we can have somewhere here. Right, so there's the observatory. Let's make a little park area between observatory and the palace. And here's then the entrance to this building here, right? It's a pretty massive building. There we have then the road up there again. And this one here is producing now astronomy points for us. With that, we can then order omens. More on that later. For now, we need elite population to appease them or to actually work them. These houses are much bigger, right? So one of them is actually the size almost as two commoner houses. So I cannot have them endlessly. And we're also trying to make them a bit more beautiful in this district here. Let's start with 4. Yeah, somewhere here, right? And we're going to have a bit of space in between, so this looks a bit more spacious. There you go, right? We can have then some ornaments in between if we want to. Something like that. Now, the elite, they're working in there now, in the observatory, as we can see. We can also see it up here. We have still 48 commoners left as workforce, and also another elite that can work here now. In the observatory, 3 are now working and producing astronomy points for us. Again, enough astronomy points to unlock the Hunapu's constellation. That would be the next mission here now. And we have enough points, and now we can go into the constellation, and we can go for Hunapu. Let's just find him. There he is. So we have a whole bunch of constellations, and it kind of like acts as a tag tree, but the more constellations we unlock, the more we have to appease the gods. So this is going to play a role. Now, Hunapu, there we have him, and with him we're unlocking the farm, for example, a warehouse, extractions of maize, gold, clay, vatch would be possible, and we also gain a bakery. There you go. The first constellation, the first god, has been unlocked with that. And with that also we have now the warehouse, and also somewhere here we have the shrines, a place of worship for the common people close to their homes and workplaces. This is really important because from now on we're going to have then omens, and if we don't appease the gods, they're going to be wrathful towards us and destroy us. So we do need to make sure that we protect our village more or less with those shrines. For now, let's build a warehouse near a clay deposit in range of your palace. But in range of your palace, how is this possible? There is no clay deposit around the palace as far as I know. There's clay. All right. And we need to build a warehouse now. I guess somewhere over here. There you go. And now we can build a mine that is then going to start harvesting clay for us. There you go. And we're also going to need a road from this one to the warehouse, of course. And the warehouse actually also needs to be connected with the palace down here. And now this whole bugger is starting to work then. 100%. We can also then choose what type of stuff we want to extract here. And of course it is clay for now. 20 are already in. Mission finished, and with that, gain your elites have predicted a bad omen. Gain necessary resources as fast as possible and protect your city against Shakshel's anger. So the Shakshel constellation is already something we need to do. I would also like to start by having the Hunapu shrines. For this, however, we still need hematite. And there we have it, for example. So I'm also going to need me a mine close to this one here. There you go, and still close enough to the palace. And of course, all of this is consuming workforce, so we will probably need to ramp up my population at some point now. And with that also, of course, we increase consumption then. Oh, the sound of the jungle is extremely deafening. important omen, by the way. Once we have a bit of gold, plus the points, the astronomy points, we can then, for example, boost our harvests. Now we need to unlock the Shark Shell constellation, and this actually requires a bit more than just astronomy points. It also requires then red dye, vatch, and mace, right? If we want to unlock all of this. So the mace, for example, is then some farming that we need to start. For farm, I think this looks like a suitable location over here, especially where we do not have any kind of, yeah, gatherers or hunters close by, right? That would destroy it then. So somewhere over here, I would like to start with some farming. There we have it, and this still needs now some fields, and this actually costs me clay, right? So I'm just glad that we actually have enough clay now in stock, and I can then just go ahead and produce or build me that first farm over here. Very important is also the masonry, and here we can then actually turn the hematite into dye, which would be then also something. Let's actually have this right next to it, so that we keep the transportation times to a minimum. And here also now we're growing the mace. Quite a bit of it already. The vatch was the other one, and we need the mace. And turn this then into cookies. Let's go ahead and do this somewhere over here. Yeah, probably right here, because we can still have then another farm in this area. And that's how quickly it can happen. Already out of hematite here, so there's nothing else that I can do for this building except destroy it. There you go. And we still need to find us new hematites. There we have the limestone. There we have one more. Perfect, 500. It's actually harvesting it quite quickly, right? And once again, this is just a temporary building until we're out of hematite. My clay miner still has clay left. But there's lots of clay though. Next problem with increased population, we do actually need a bit more fruit production. So we have the workforce. And for that, let's go ahead and have another gatherer. We have one over here. So let's just see where we have some more fruits down in this area. Oh, those like to go in and produce some of that. Would probably not run out of food. Bad for business. I've built a second farm as well, because with that, more mace we can produce, and with that also more vatch. And let's just check it out, how much we have of this now in stock. 56 mace it is right now. This is my daily balance, don't forget that. And my total balance, I think we need to click on the palace for this. Yes, there it is. 50 we have, 22, 365 already of the mace, so I'm still waiting for a bit of vatch to come in. The thing is, with the vatch, it is also being consumed by my commoners now, right? So there we have it. The same goes with the elite. So there is a bit of a consumption for that. So let's go ahead and build a second bakery. And I like to prepare for the future, so let's also go ahead and give me another miner here for this limestone deposit that we have. Could be easily done because it's only 500, right? As you can see, it's going down quickly, and with that we can get rid of those two again soon. Make room for new buildings. Yeah, this hematite is already done for. It's extreme how fast it is actually harvesting this. 20 and gone it is. Alright, we don't need this one anymore. Not entirely sure if this is balanced. How quickly we harvest that. But let's just see. Now, we should be close to having everything ready for the next constellation. Shark Shell, there it is. And with that, we're going to unlock us the outposts, the weavers, tailors, additional productions like rope production and cloth production. A new god that we have to appease now. And as you can see, we get quite a few missions with that as well. What I would like to do right away is growing a bit population-wise. So let's go ahead. Have another block of houses here. We grow our little village. Build a farm for cotton. Build a weaver. Where should we go with the farming? Probably stay in this area. Just going to have a road. We are going to need a warehouse for this area then too. Right? And then we can have those farms here. So I'm going to have another farm just here. Together with the fields. Oops. That was not my intention. Let's do it again. That's already more. And there's the cotton. Then we need a weaver. We could have this somewhere here close to the warehouse, right? So we produce then cotton threads. And then we need a tailor that produces clothes out of this. Let's have it all close together here in the smaller zone. And this needs actually just some commoners. And we have plenty of them available right now. And then protect your city from Shak'Shel's anger by placing Shak'Shel shrines. There is an omen. The goddess Shak'Shel is unhappy with your actions, therefore your city will be ruined by a tornado in 17 days. Alright, we have 0 protection against this goddess right now. There it is, Shak'Shel. And yeah, we now need to protect us. And this is why we should keep a bit of a space here in between, so I can actually add more buildings then, like this shrine. Actually, 1 shrine here is fine, right, for these guys. And then I'm going to have another shrine here for... Well, there's a bit of an overlap now. Do I need to protect the shrine? Yeah, I need to protect the palace too. We also need to protect our production buildings. And most likely also our mining industry up here, right? With that we're at 88%. I think we need to actually ensure 100% for the mission. So I will have to build a few more than what I really would do, right? Because I don't really care if I lose a bit of that here. A bit of protection for water well. Problem is, we need more hematite. And we are completely out of it. There's no more hematite though on this map. Could be slightly problematic. There's one more. Alright, it's not that far away. Somewhere over here. Let's make the connection. We will need a warehouse. One here. And one here. Because they need to be in the radius of each other. And then we also need a miner to get more dye in. With that, we're also closing it in on the level 6. Also a very small deposit though. Not going to last us for that long. And then survive her anger. We're close to that, but we should be able to build a few more shrines now. There it is. 100%. This is severe. Get that water carrier in. This one here we can actually get rid of already, so we don't need to protect this. That should do it, perhaps. 89%. So this should actually do it. So hopefully this goes to 100% now. 96. What is not protected? These two. 98. 100. Perfect. And survive her anger without losing a single building to that tornado. So I guess the tornado will still happen. Alright, let's just quickly also check out... Ah, we're out of hematite already. No more hematite. And I think that's really it, because I can't find any additional hematites on this map. Alright, we still have 700 left in the storage and producing dye with that. At least that's something. By the way, the cloth is not very stable. In fact, we're having no cloth right now. Too many threads. Oh, and somewhere I'm expecting a tornado. The winds are blowing. The omen is active. There's the tornado. Will it help to also slaughter some sheep? Damn, we don't have any sheep. We have lots of kids though, right? Yeah, that's dark. Alright, that tornado is now not getting closer. Probably because of our divine protection. Shell's anger. We will not get that far here. What's going on with my clothes, by the way? Because we don't really have them filled. The elite get it first, alright, I understand. We have some cotton in stock though. Close. Yeah. Probably will need to double this one already. Let's do this. Let's build a second farm. Also protected by any kind of wrath. I'm also going in and we're going to build us... Oh, there's also slave barracks. Storage place for slaves. Sounds intriguing. And... yeah, another tailor. Probably going to have it behind this one though. And the next weaver. Also going to have behind it. Right, somewhere over here. I should have finished it. There you go. There is gold deposit under Vakar tree. Where's Vakar tree? Where was the tree again? I think it was here though, right? Ah, there it is. The Vakar tree was destroyed by the tornado. Alright. Is this a coincidence? I don't know. The Vakar tree, the mighty tree of the world, is destroyed by the tornado. At least here we have the gold deposits, right? So I can actually go in and build me another warehouse here somewhere. And then we'll also start with the mining. There's a lot of gold here. And we need to build the Shell temple as a proof. There we have it. A place of worship of the god of maize. Probably going to place it right here in the center. This is also now where the elite are praying, right? And we can now choose one of their blessings then here. And in this case here, we need to build an outpost to get slaves. And for Shell, we need slaves ready to be sacrificed. This is most curious. And build an outpost in the forest to catch lone travelers and enslave them. For this, we also will need hemp. So I do have my next farm ready. And here we can now start agave. And this one we can then make into a rope production at the weaver. This should be fine. And now we can build ourselves an outpost. Right, let's just see. Anywhere in the forest? I guess we can place it anywhere in the forest. Give it a road connection. By the way, we also have different types of roads then, right? A stone road as well, that we can make from scratch. Oh, yeah, there you go. We have slaves in. We still need a slave barrack now to store them. Let's have them also here somewhere. Next to the fields. And here they can be trained. For the arena, or... I don't know if there's an arena. At least there is for sacrificing. By the way, with the close in, we can also upgrade the elite houses. Let's do this to level 2. And with that, these guys here want jade jewelry and luxurious clothes as well. And I guess, yeah, can house now twice as many elites as possible. I guess there is lots more room up here. And also probably in the cellar. Alright, what's going on? Why are we not getting any more slaves? There they are though. Gain 20 common slaves. We have 7. I guess it's safe to build a second one of these somewhere else. And I didn't know there were so many travelers in those forests. Looks like it. There it is. 20 we have. Gain 20 common slaves. Now, reach city level 7. We have done this. Have at least 200 commoners. Close. Close enough. Prepare for a wet season. So let's go ahead and build me a few more huts here. This should actually do the trick, especially when we upgrade them. They should be moving in now. And 100 elites. We have 40. That's not a lot in comparison. And I guess we also don't have the resources. Oh, alright, we need hematite for this. I will actually need to stop the production of it, of dye, because we need hematites for those elites. And by the way, also upgrade these elite housings. That's at least 80 we have, but I still need one more. So, we need hematite. There's no way around that. I hope we're not in a deadlock now for this mission. That would be most problematic. Oh yeah, this is also out, right? Can also get rid of this. Yeah, we have no more mining resources here, and it seems like we can't get them somewhere else. So we would have to restart this mission. This is most disappointing. We have a bit of limestone here still. But as far as I can tell, there's no more hematite anywhere on this map. Which is a bit of a problem. I don't know why they don't say this. And in this case here, since it's being processed so quickly, let's just check it out here real quick. Out of that, can I purchase it? Perhaps we can get a blessing. Spawn limestone. There it is. Spawn hematite. In 10 days, a hematite deposit will be spawned in an area of your miners. Fantastic. We have an omen. And we summon hematites. And there it is. A hematite deposit. It's also spawning right beside a miner. As the title also said, right? Will be spawned in an area of your miners. That's actually just pretty great. Because with that, we can now go ahead and continue with elite houses. So you cannot get into a deadlock. And I'm super happy about that. Build me some 3 more, because we should be able then to upgrade them soon and should actually be able to finish this one here. How can we only have 50 though? Oh, we need to also fulfill more demands if I want to have a full house, right? Otherwise they're not going to grow fully in one house. So let's actually just build me a few more. Can I move this building? Or I would need to delete it first. And then I can actually go in and build me a new shrine, which we definitely will need as a protection. And then I can have a new house right next to this one here. And with that, we've also reached level 12 on the level. And life-giving tree. And the wet season has come. The priests of your house foretold that the gods do not favor your city. They ordered you to sacrifice as many inhabitants as possible and to burn and abandon the city. And with that dramatic ending, we can actually continue to the next act. If you enjoyed this one, we'll continue. Other than that, I hope you have seen enough gameplay to decide for yourself. A rather interesting, smaller city builder coming out today on Steam. Stay tuned.